Don't need no worry where I'm stepping. Shorty pay attention when I step in. Drink up past another bottle. Every girl be looking like a model. Who with you already beamed up? We could swap digits, yeah, we could team up. Haters still jacket cause they can't see us. VIP too fly, they can't keep up. Now, tell me how you want it. Take it off for me like you're doing laundry. Pop it, baby, show me how you rock it. Yeah, I just wanna rock with ya. Rock it, baby, take it off. Rock it, you can take it off. Rock it, baby, take it off. Hit that zero G spot when we blast off, yeah. Rock it, baby, take it off. Rock it, you can take it off. Rock it, baby, take it off. Hit that zero G spot when we blast off, yeah. Time to lift off, baby, you can see that. Got your launch codes ready on my D-pad. If it's on, then I'm ready for a relapse. You the one to bring back, you the one that seems bad. Now, tell me how you want it. Take it off for me like you're doing laundry. Pop it, baby, show me how you rock it. Yeah, I just wanna rock with ya. Rock it, baby, take it off. Rock it, you can take it off. Rock it, baby, take it off. Hit that zero G spot when we blast off, yeah. Rock it, baby, take it off. Rock it, you can take it off. Rock it, baby, take it off. Hit that zero G spot when we blast off, yeah. Pull your seat back, hit that zero G. Licking down those lips like a wet dream. Floating in your space, tell me what you wanna see. Got me pulling closer, falling into gravity. Rock it, baby, take it off. Rock it, you can take it off. Rock it, baby, take it off. Hit that zero G spot when we blast off, yeah. Rock it, baby, take it off. Rock it, you can take it off. Rock it, baby, take it off. Hit that zero G spot when we blast off.
What up?
Like I feel it, I'm trending and I'm ready to go. Don't you cross me, you'll regret it. I'm unapologetic, unapologetic. I'm unapologetic, unapologetic. Yeah, you know. I'm unapologetic, unapologetic. Yeah, you know. I'm not sorry. Said what I said, may not be perfect.
How's everyone doing? We're just waiting just a few more minutes before we really get started.
I gave all I can give.
Test, test. How's this audio coming through?
Unapologetic, yeah. You know, I'm unapologetic, yeah. You know.
Sounds like good. Okay, sounds good. The audio's coming good. Oh yeah, I was worried. Making sure that the audio's coming in good because I got a new mic. This is one of our sponsors, Loudon Audio. Loudon Audio, thank you for the microphone, the LS208. It's really great. It's a condenser mic, but it works like a 7B or like a dynamic mic because it's like a really tight polar pattern, so it like picks up very little. So this is dope. This is great for live streaming. We use it for the podcast now. So we're gonna have a good time today. With me today we have Zach. Zach, you want to say hi?
Howdy.
Zach, do you want to be... So last time we did this, we mastered a song together, and you released it.
The song is out.
You want to talk about it? Do you want to play it? Can we play it?
We can play.
Do you give me the rights to play it for this live stream?
1000%.
Is it on Spotify?
Yeah, everywhere.
I'm going to play it on Spotify. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Is there a video?
No.
What is your thing on YouTube?
Zico or Zach S. Cohen. It should be just Zico on Spotify though.
ZCO.
No H.
ZCO. Oh my gosh. What was the song called again?
Fleetwood Mac Miller. That's me though.
Yeah, here we go. So this is the song that we did last time.
Why don't you meet me under the moonlight? I'm sure we could find some ways to spend that time. The kids nowadays all got their own addiction,
Gotta thank you for Alan Gray in the chat.
and I'm thinking maybe
What up, Avon Gray? Thanks for the love, my dude.
1, 2, 3 to free your mind. What do you do? Searching like on YouTube. No, I don't wanna go back to what I used to free your mind. What do you do? Searching like on YouTube. No, I don't wanna go back to what I used to. I'm looking for a sweet escape. They say that it's simple, but it ain't easy. I'm looking forward to better days. No matter what, I'ma find a way. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Baby, would you hate me if I told you that I'm calling your bluff, looking for a remedy from all these things I'm telling me? I'm so done when I feel love. At least that's what I tell myself. Maybe we all need help to free your mind. What do you do? Searching like on YouTube. No, I don't wanna go back to what I used to free your mind. What do you do? Searching like on YouTube. No, I don't wanna go back to what I used to. I'm looking for a sweet escape. They say that it's simple, but it ain't easy. I'm looking forward to better days. No matter what, I'ma find a way. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Da, da,
What up? Okay, cool. So that was the song that we did last time. Zach, do you have a new one for us today? Like, kind of start us off. We're waiting for more people to kind of join the chat. Once we do, I have some mixes that we can go through as well if nobody wants to submit anything. But if you want to submit mixes, so the rules are, it's got to be unreleased or else Twitch will ban me. It's got to be and I want to give you proper feedback too. So if it's something that's already released, then I can't give you feedback because you're not going to take it down and redo it again. I'm not trying to make people insecure. I'm trying to get people to feel more secure about themselves and their music. So send me links to stuff or upload stuff onto the Discord, and I'll download it from there. I'll upload in the Pro Tools, do some mastering or whatever, or kind of like discuss what I'm hearing. And then if I decide that the mix is good enough, I'll just master for you there on the spot. And so you could take it home, use it as a reference or whatever you want to do, upload it, whatever you want to do. So usually for mastering at this current moment, I'm doing like $75 a song. So this is a great way to get some free mastering in if I think that your mix is good enough. And maybe I'll be convinced with some subs and some bits or whatever the heck they're called on Twitch. But yeah, that's kind of what we're at right now. So we're gonna start with Zach. Do you wanna airdrop me something? All right, there it is. You want to talk about the song before you play it? Before I play it?
Sure. So this song was made. I took a monthly class with Ryan Tedder, and he actually gave me feedback on this song. He only gave 16 out of the 1,000 people who took the class feedback, and I was one of the people. And that was really cool just to get feedback from someone that's made so many hits.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I just tried to not think too much and just make a song based on kind of how I was feeling, and this is that song.
Good.
Hope y'all like it.
Yeah. So let's play it from the start.
Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Trying to figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing, no, I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time will be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood.
Nice. What did Ryan Tedder say? Because that was really cool, actually.
Thank you. Take a picture of it. Let me try to find it.
But was it like songwriting feedback?
Me, I'm good.
Like overall,
Like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Trying to figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing, no, I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should.
I'm gonna work on it, kind of get into like flow state here.
Don't mind me, I'm good. Living
Got some new plugins too.
I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci.
I can slide like Tootsie, huh?
Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't misunderstood. Me, I'm good, living like I should. I've been on my way, feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out, learning about love we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Yeah. Girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on time. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Mind me, I'm good. Living like I should.
I just want to use these new plugins.
On my way, feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love we could practice.
What's
right
this
now.
plugin do?
Pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about.
Channel
But
strip.
if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Yeah. Girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on time. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood.
This is cool.
Mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know.
Nice and slow, but this is wild.
Mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood.
That's cool. I like that. That's a cool compressor. It's a little slow for what we're trying to do right now. But if we do this is the one that we always use here. Yeah, Tara, join our Discord. If you scroll up on the chat, actually, I don't know if it works. Join our Discord. On the Discord, there's a channel for chat for live stream. Upload your music or a link to your music there. It has to be unreleased. That's the only rule. Yeah.
Me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie, and I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie, and I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood.
Yeah.
I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie, and I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. Me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no.
Try to like level match it a little bit.
I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out.
That sounds already so much better.
Practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie, and I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. feel misunderstood. Trying to figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing, no, I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Fun.
Do some like exciting in the low end, kind of bring that low end out.
I pick you up when you down. And chasing, no, I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Trying to figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing, no, I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should.
Alright, so, sorry, I'm not reading the chat. I should read the chat. Tara, did you submit something? Who is Daniel's Wall? Okay, got it. Okay, sweet. And let's see. Oh, is that you, BK? Let's see. Avon Gray, how you getting the kick to punch out so much? So that is probably a couple things, including the compression and the saturation. Everybody say hi to Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Yo, shout out to DK. I'm sorry to interrupt, but Nels had one of the best live streams of all time.
All right. Let's see here. So it's probably a couple things. So let's go back and kind of go through them. It's probably a little bit of this because I have some saturation going with the tape saturation, which kind of emphasizes the low end. It's one of the things. I'm adding dynamics with this. See how these are going up with the dynamics? That's probably the first thing. Every time the kick hits, it pushes up. This is the first thing. And it's not just like the low end of the kick, it's also like the body of the kick.
And chasing, no, I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood.
Second thing is this.
Trying to figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you
And bring that low end back in the kick.
Chasing, no, I ain't about.
This is a.
If it's real, I'll hold you down,
Well, it's not. It's kind of side chaining the kick.
Find me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Trying to figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing, no, I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me.
That should make it those things alone, and then this.
Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Trying to figure it all out. Learning
Like
about
those three things should really make the kick kind of jump. Those things are around the kick. So I want to emphasize this again. I say this every stream on Mondays. What I'm doing is kind of mixing it, but from like a 2-track perspective, because I don't have the individual tracks. I don't have access to the kick. I don't have access to the vocals. I just have the 2-track. So I have to use different techniques. These are not mixing techniques. These are mastering techniques. So don't worry about what I'm doing as much as like the concepts, what I'm hearing. So it's like, so in this case, I felt it was a little bit dark. And then I made it brighter, but then all of a sudden it was too bright and there was like, it was very hollow in the mid-range. So then I boosted some of the mid-range with this thing, and it felt a little bit better.
me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Trying to figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing, no, I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down.
So
Don't tell me.
it's like a combination of a lot of things. So
Me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Trying to figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing, no, I ain't about. But
part of the reason why I compress is because I want the reverb to come out. And and I wanted the vocals just a touch more together with the. It was actually this one is probably the best one that you've sent me for sure. Where like the vocals and the beat together, they were very very together, and I liked it. And I just wanted to squish that to get a little bit more of that glue going. This excitement is just because there's a lot of like sub bass in the 808, not the kick drum, but the 808. There's a lot of that, and it's not really coming through the speakers very well, so it sounds very quiet. I have a speaker system like that doesn't need subwoofers. It's like full range down to 20 hertz, so it's like it's not a big deal at all. I can hear it here, but I know for a fact if I switch over to my Aventone, my little mix cube, it's not going to come out as much. So I'm trying to saturate just a touch. There's only so much that I can do without affecting everything. And then a couple limiters to kind of make it loud.
I mean, I'm good, living like I should. I've been on my way, feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out, learning about love we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. I mean, I'm good, living like I should. I've been on my way, feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out, learning about love we could practice right now. I pick you up when you
I was hearing it distort, so I just turned it down.
living like I should. I've been on my way, feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out, learning about love we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me, I'm good, living like I should. I've been on my way, feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out, learning about love we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing
That's
no
a lot more. So tell me in the chat right here, what do you think is the difference? What are you kind of hearing is the difference? And in this case, I'm going to bounce this off for you. I'm going to bounce this for you if you want. But what are you kind of hearing? Anybody in the chat right now? This is what I don't have. Let's download this song.
I also have the what Ryan said. If you're curious,
What did Ryan say?
He said, "Very
Oh,
solid."
this is Ryan Tedder. What did Ryan Tedder say about this song?
He said, "Very solid chorus, melody, concept, got the swag happening. This needs some solid production and recutting the vocals. I'd mess with some vocal effects, go even harder on the auto tune, and compress the vocals more." I didn't really touch it up that much because I felt like I was really happy with how I cut them, and I tried recutting them, and I wasn't able to hit it how I wanted to. So, for me, just even hearing him say like very solid chorus, melody, concept, like got the swag happening, like someone who I look up, it was cool. It's one of those things that's like keep going.
Hold on. Just because I discovered this on TikTok the other day, I want to rip the vocals from this and just see what it sounds like with some tuning. Because if I'm able to rip the vocals, oh, I have no idea where the video is that teaches me how to rip the vocals out.
Oh, the website?
Yeah, that like
I'm sure.
So I mean like let's see.
I have it on my computer bookmarked.
Acapella extractor. This is, I don't want software. Vocalremover.org. Let me try that. But if I can remove it, I can, because like I'm sponsored by Autotune. So that means I can get that Autotune just right. I've spent a lot of time with that stuff, so we can get it right. I'll be on my way. Oh. I'll be on my... Also, I'm officially a Twitch affiliate. So now anybody can like donate and sub. Vocalremover.org. Oh, okay, dope. Yeah, how do I... Ooh, I've never, this is my first time doing this. So we're going to find out if this is any good. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm not going to do this for anybody else. It's only because Zach is here and Zach was the first, is brave enough to go first. Let's hear how this sounds.
You misunderstood. Trying to figure it all out. This right now, I pick you up when you down. And chasing no, I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me.
I exported
Don't
them
tell
separately.
me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know.
I just don't think it's perfect.
Been on my way. You
That's the key. What is this key? If you could type it in the chat faster than I can find it, then you win. What is this note? I don't have perfect pitch. No, no.
You misunderstood.
G sharp minor.
You misunderstood. Trying to figure it all out. Learning about love, we can practice right now. Pick you up when you down. And chasing no, I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me. Don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good.
He's got this new plugin too. This is not auto-tune, but we're gonna test how this sounds. Oh, 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 oh.
Girl, I can slide like Tootsie, and I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Yeah, girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should.
This is dope.
You misunderstood. Trying to get
Something
it
about
all out.
auto-tune.
Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And you misunderstood. Trying to figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no, I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down, down, down. Find me. Don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way.
That sounds fire.
You misunderstood.
That sounds fire.
Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood.
This too auto-tuned.
Girl, I can slide like Tootsie, and I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing.
Shout out Rick the Great.
Time I'm
G sharp minor.
Hey, can you wait a minute? Yeah, girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. You misunderstood. You misunderstood. Trying to figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no, I ain't about.
Feels watery because of the the bounce down. Like when I split it up.
Tell me how.
So if you took 15 minutes to send me just the vocal and the instrumental, then I can do all the delays and stuff that Tedder was talking about too. I'm down. We're gonna do a couple other people's first. Yeah, let's do it. I think that'd be fun. And then, all right, so we're gonna do another one now. All right, whose is this one? Whose is What I Don't Have? Raise your hand in the chat if this is you. What I Don't Have. I'm gonna play it. Okay, we're gonna play this from the top. We're gonna play this from the top, Daniel. Make sure, like, if you're in the chat, please tell us, like, kind of what you're kind of thinking, some struggles that you had, some specific advice that you're looking for, all that jazz. Just give us some commentary, some comments as it's rolling. So this is from who's Daniel? Is that Tara, or is that it's BK, or is that someone that's not in the chat? You should join the chat. In fact, I'm not going to do it unless you're in the chat. This is real talk. Real talk with DK. I'll be on my way. Hey. Zach, you make some good music. You're welcome. Just kidding. But yo, for reals though, Daniel, get in the chat. All right, we're gonna skip Daniel for now. Does anybody else want to submit anything? Anybody can go. If you have some unreleased music, prefer unreleased. It can be released if you really, really want, but then you have to give a specific. Even then, nah, I don't really want to mess with that. Please send us unreleased music that you're willing to be brave enough to submit. Not only will I give you feedback and kind of show you what I'm hearing and kind of what's missing from the song as I attempt to show you, but if I like it enough, I can bounce it down for you and you get $75 per song mastering free for you. So, hold on. So, BK, which song did you submit? Chat, sweet. And so up in the chat for live streams, that's where you want to be, the chat for live streams. But let me upload this one. Set the mood. Oh. Daniel, that's you. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. Oh, okay, cool. I was a little bit I was confused. All right, then if you're here, then we're going to do BK. I'm going to do yours right afterwards. First, we're going to listen to What I Don't Have. I'm going to play it all the way through. So Rick the Great, if you want to do if you want to talk about the song, and we'll kind of go through and listen through it and we'll kind of touch it up afterwards.
'Cause I can't lose what I don't have, but I've been losing my. 'Cause I can't lose what I don't have, what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't have you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. I swear I always get lost when I wanna feel amazed. Every time I see you, I can't leave my space. And time when I go up, I try to just show up. Is this just enough when I can't even know when to fall down, cannot be found all around. I try too soon to go out and change everything that I've ever doubted. 'Cause I can't lose what I don't have, what I don't have, what I don't have. You're lost inside my mind just like an old have, what I don't have. You're lost inside my mind just like an old friend. I don't have. You're lost inside my mind just like an old friend. I keep coming back to where I've been, but I keep losing myself in my skin. 'Cause I can't lose what I don't have, but I've been losing myself again.
Yo, nice job. Piano was sweet. Vocals are sweet. And I'll kind of show you what I'm hearing as far as mix. Are you looking for feedback on this? Is it okay if I give some feedback? So I'm gonna demonstrate what I'm hearing, but I'm gonna use tools that may not make sense to you if you have access to the individual stems.
Daniel said, I really like the production of melodies, not sure how I feel about the mix. It's BK said, that falsetto. Fire emoji. Daniel says, yes, please do. Tear it apart.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. So I'm looking at this without access to the individual stems, right? But the first thing that I noticed
Can't lose what I don't
there's a lot of top end in the vocals, and in general, there's just a lot of top end. And I wish it could be a little bit more full. I wish it could be a little bit more balanced, a little bit more warm. And I don't think you need outboard gear. I think it's just like a spectrum thing. So check this out.
Can't lose what I don't have, what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't have, no, I don't have. You lost inside my mind just like an old. I can't lose what I don't have, what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't have, no, I don't have. You lost inside my mind just like an old. Swear I always get lost when I wanna feel
I'm just trying to cut that top end.
can't lose what I don't have, what I don't have. Got you lost
So
inside
that's the first step. Is I'm just trying to balance it out a little bit more.
have, what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't
Might even do more.
have. You lost inside my mind just like an old. Swear I always get lost when I wanna feel amazed. Every
This
time
is like one of my favorite plugins right now.
have what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't have, no, I don't have. You lost inside my mind just like an old. Swear I always get lost when I want have what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't have, no, I don't have. You lost inside my mind just like an old. Swear I always have what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't have, no, I don't have. You lost inside my mind just like an old. Swear I always get have what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't have, no, I
But I do want
have. You lost inside my mind just like an old. Have what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend.
And because of this, what I'm gonna do is I would want to turn the vocals up just a touch more.
Inside my mind just like an old. Swear I always get have what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't have, no, I don't have. You lost inside my mind just like an old. Swear I always have what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't have, no, I don't have. You lost inside my mind. Have what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. I don't have, no, I don't have. You lost inside my mind just like an have what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't
I'm
have.
just trying to add in that warmth.
You
That's all I'm trying to do right now.
just like an old. Swear I always get lost when I want have what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't have.
So there's that. This frequency.
Lost inside my mind. No, I don't have. No, I don't.
The vocals. It might be in the reverb.
Just like an old. Swear I always get
That's a little bit buggy. The top end is still just a lot. I think what it is that I want more top end in the beat, but less top end in the vocals right now. So there's two ways to kind of like add more body to the vocals. One way is to do what I'm trying to do here, which is cut the top end, or you can add more low end. And once you add more low end, it's going to make the vocals louder, obviously, but it's going to even out the top end a little bit more. If I did that, like with the Pultec, like
have what I don't have. Got you lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't have. No, I don't have. You lost inside my mind just like an old. Swear I
And then this is another thing that I've also noticed as well, is that in the top end, there's, hold on, this song, this mix it's pretty mono. There's nothing, not a lot of things seem to be panned. So what I would want to do, synths are really wide. The synths are really wide, but the vocals are just very mono. So
always get lost when I wanna feel amazed. Every time I see you, and when I don't, and that you're lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't, and no, I don't have you lost inside my mind just like
that opens it up a lot. Opens it up a lot. But the problem is now that the snare, the hi-hats, and all the stuff in the upper range is also now wide too. But as far as the vocals go, I mean, listen to the difference between this.
and when I don't, and that you're lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't, and no, I don't.
Let's try this.
You're lost inside my mind just like an old friend. And when I don't, and that you're lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't, and no, I don't. Have you lost inside my mind just like an old friend? I always get lost when I wanna. And when I don't, and that you're lost inside my mind just like an old friend. No, I don't, and no, I don't. Have you lost inside my mind just like an old friend? And when I don't, and that you're lost inside my mind.
So this is a bad example because I want to do this to the individual tracks. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that in general, without anything, it's pretty bright and it's pretty brittle. Vocals feel pretty mono, but the synths feel really wide. The synths is cool with it being wide. If anything, you can make it less wide because, I mean, you've got the room there. There's a lot of comfortable room there. And the vocals, though, is just like very mono, which is cool. But I think that it could be like more wide. You can pan the individual like ad-libs and like the backing vocals and stuff in different directions. I think that the beat in general, the click of the kick drum, the click of the kick drum is a little bit too much. I think you can make it a lot darker, even if you like low pass it. I think that just in general, it needs to be a little bit warmer. And I don't think warmer means putting more like saturation and analog on it. I'm trying to do that now to kind of like emulate it. But what I'm really trying to do is boost the low end harmonics and cut like make it darker. Let me just make it darker. Well, this is not a good example because like there's some mid-range stuff right now that's happening and now the vocals are a little bit too dark. There's like it's not quite right, but this is a little bit better in the ballpark of where you want it to be. Like as far as like tonality. Really bright, really brittle. Feels like it's like metal that can break at any given time. Vocals are a little bit too far pushed back when I mess it like this, coming from the top end is mostly coming from the vocals, but the kick drum is a little bit too bright as well. So, I mean, like what I said earlier. And in turn, I think that you can make it hit harder. I think the snare could be louder. And I think the snare could have a lot more bottom end too, like 200. Okay, hold on. It seems like it was frozen for a second. Yeah, so I think that snare could be louder and have more low end to it. Like the mix that you showed me had a little bit too much of like that 200 end, like that 200 low mids, upper lows, low mids. In this case, there's not enough. There's not enough like low mid information, so it kind of feels really bright and brittle. So I mean, kind of putting it in perspective, like if I'm like swapping between the two, right?
I see you, I can't leave my space and time where you want it. Wait, I know I'm on my way. Feel misunderstood. Be found all around, living like I should. I've been on my way out and change everything.
if I volume match it a little bit more?
Song to go out. You're misunderstood.
I feel like I'm just like missing the meat of it, which is fine because that's literally just like a few EQ things. So, yeah. Nomad is okay, cool. So I think that's kind of like some few things that you could tweak with that would like instantly make it better. And I don't think this is something that like you need to pay a mix engineer for. I think like just like those concepts of understanding that the low mids are kind of missing, kind of like trying to bring those back in and like give it a little bit more meat to chew on. Because right now you got the top end, which is a really nice, bright, airy stuff that's adding the excitement, and the low end just feels a little bit lacking and like the meat of it. Like it's a lot of bone and like really nice, like crispy skin. I bite into it. There's not a lot of meat. So that was a really weird thing to like comparison, but I mean, like I think that makes sense. And honestly, like you could do this on your own. Just like pay attention to that, and kind of like listen to what I was listening for. Like what was I listening for in here? Why did I do this? Why did I do this? And then kind of emulate that through the individual stems. I could tell you each individual step to do, but I think part of the fun in the mixing is that you should do it in the way that you want to do it. I'm just saying that I think the vocal can be a little bit darker by either cutting the top or boosting the lows. Yeah, in general, like I think that would sound really good. All right, next we're gonna listen to thanks for coming through. Next we're gonna listen to Set the Mood. We like crispy meat. Yo, hold on. Korean barbecue. Have y'all ever had Korean fried chicken? The double deep fried Korean fried. Ooh, I am hungry. Hold on. Let me text my wife. Be like, yo, what's for dinner tonight? Hold on. No, for real. I am gonna text my wife. What is for dinner tonight? Cause now I'm hungry. I had some vegan food for lunch today. It was delicious.
Yeah.
Whatever Sloza brought me. I don't know what Sloza brought me.
Oh, she's vegan too, right?
Yeah, she's vegan. Yeah. There's a lot of like vegan, vegetarian people in the studio. So, are you vegan?
I'm a vegan.
You are?
Identify as vegan.
You identify as vegan. That means you're
No.
not actually vegan?
No, I eat plant-based.
So, you are vegan.
I'm vegan.
Oh, you were actually vegan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, today we were supposed to get something vegan, which is the name of the restaurant, something vegan.
It's really good.
It's really good. But today it was closed, so we went somewhere else. I love vegan food. I'm naturally just like I'm picky with meat.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I'm just picky with
It's gotta be
meat.
quality or just tasty?
I don't know. I enjoy the flavor of meat. If it's good quality, I like it. But with meat, it's like I think that just like my mouth just doesn't like mushy
Textures.
stuff.
Mm.
So like I prefer crunchy vegetables any day.
What about like mashed potatoes?
Oh, mashed potatoes is fine. I mean that's carbs.
That's not mushy though. What do you mean mushy? Like
I don't know. I don't
when you're
chewy.
chewing.
Chewy.
Yeah.
So like I have a hard time with mushrooms too if they're too big and too
I
chewy.
don't like mushrooms. Yeah.
But other than that, like this is funny because I'm Asian and I love seafood. I'm not really good with octopus and squid either because it's like a little bit too squishy. In Japan, they have this thing, konnyaku, which is like this potato starch. But I mean, like other than that, vegetables. Oh my gosh, I love vegetables any day.
Vegetables are good.
So like, I'm not actually vegan or vegetarian. I was at one point, but it's just that's a hard and expensive lifestyle. It's difficult, and it's more importantly, it's just like when you're out with friends, it's really hard. It's really hard because then everybody's got to cater to you, and I'm not good at being a
Just
servant
don't
like
have
that.
friends. Be vegan.
Don't have friends. Be vegan. Yeah, we're gonna listen to this one. This is BK. Thank you so much. I'm not vegan, but plant-based too. He said plant-based. EASS. All right, we're gonna listen to BK's song. Here it is. This is called "Set the Mood." Feel free to have some commentary. Tell us about the song, what kind of things you're struggling with, yada yada yada, all that jazz. We're gonna play it. Here we go.
I'll set the mood and we can vibe. this once I cut ties and the pressure can lift. I've been weighed down by the length of the list. Always looking inside for what I might miss. Like this, that, and that, and some other things. Distract my battles by smothering myself with work that's covering them up until they start bubbling back to the top of the surface. Screaming out things like you're worthless. Just when I thought it was working, I was falling right out of my purpose. Perfect, cause rock bottom was needed to get my feet flat. Get them planted in, see where the seeds at. So I dive in head first, a deep lag, and come out with some positive feedback. Mood and we can vibe. Let the demons in our minds just come alive. When you see them coming, you don't have to hide. Gotta face them just to reach the other side. The other side, yeah. We gon' take a ride. A trip to all the darkest corners of your mind. Don't know exactly what we'll see or what we'll find. But it gets better when we reach the other side. The other side, yeah.
Nice. That sounded nice. Yeah, that sounded nice. I think congrats BK, we're gonna give it a little clap. It's sounding nice. I really liked your verse. Your first verse was fire. Here's what I'm hearing. Very similar type of thing. A little bit tinny in the top end.
Don't know exactly what we'll see or what we'll find.
Like already, like that alone made it much better. And I would say that it's mostly in the vocal. So when I do this,
Don't know exactly what we'll see or
let me actually kind of like,
but it gets better when we reach the other side. The other side, yeah. The other side feel better than this. Once I cut ties and the pressure can lift. I've been weighed down by the length of the list. Always looking inside
Yeah.
for what I might miss. Like earth that's covering them up until they start bubbling back to the top of the surface. Screaming out things like you're worthless. Just when I thought it was working, I was falling right out of my purpose. Perfect, cause rock bottom was needed to get my feet flat. Get them planted in, see where the seeds at. So I dive in head first, a deep lag, and come out with some positive feedback. Mood and we can vibe. Let the demons in our minds.
like that's already feeling a lot better. But now the low end is a little bit strong.
You see them coming, you don't have to hide.
Honestly, it's the same sort of thing. Like we want those bright vocals. So here's a trick. So this is for BK as well as for Rick the Great. The trick with vocals, 8 to 10K is a no zone. 8 to 10K is that whistle tones and the resonance of the voice. I'll show you. It's just like that sizzle. And with a lot of female vocals, it's also like very bright. What is a go though is if you make it dark and then you use an EQ that's like 40, 30 hertz, like really high up. 40 hertz, airband.
Darkest corners of your mind. Don't know exactly what we'll see or what we'll find.
Oh, we got to do that in the other one though. So like that's gonna feel a lot better.
The darkest corners of your mind. Don't know exactly what we'll see or what we'll find. But it gets better when we reach the other side. The other side, yeah. The other side feel better than this. Once I cut ties and the pressure can lift. I've been weighed down by the length of the list. Always looking inside for what I might miss. Like this, that, and that, and some other things. Distract my battles by smothering.
Oh, that alone. Do you hear how much of a meat difference it is? I mean, like you're hearing this, right? It's BK. So did you see how much I'm boosting here? You could see it visually, like that mid range.
Don't know exactly what we'll see or what we'll find, but it gets better when
That-
we see other side.
That's the ballpark. That's the meat.
The other side feel better than this. Once I cut ties and the pressure can lift, I've been way down.
But if I had to cut the top end. I had to cut the top end to kind of like show the point. But like now, what I really want to say is that. But now it's amazing. It's great because like if you were in the mix and you did exactly that in the vocals, because it's mostly in the vocals, the beat a little bit too, but mostly in the vocals. It's a very bright in that 8 to 10K. Now if I do this, 20K. Now it feels smooth.
The other side feel better than this. Once I cut ties and the pressure can lift, I've been weighed down by the length of the list. Always looking inside for what I might miss, like this, that, and that, and some other things. Distract my battles by smothering myself with work that's recovering them up until they start bubbling back to the top of the surface. Screaming on things.
Now that this part of it,
Just when I thought it was working.
now the low mids.
Out of my purpose, perfect. Cause rock bottom was needed to get my feet flat. Get them planted in, see where the seeds at. So I dive in head first to deep black and come out with some positive feedback. Mood and we can vibe. To all the darkest corners of your mind. To all the darkest corners.
Especially in that.
Better than this. Once I cut ties and the pressure can lift, I've been weighed down by the length of the list. Always looking inside for what I might miss, like this, that, and that, and some other things. Distract my battles by smothering myself with work that's recovering them up until they start bubbling back to the top of the surface. Screaming on things like you're worthless. Just when I thought it was working, I was falling right out of my purpose, perfect. Cause rock bottom was needed to get my feet.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm trying to get this plugin to work. Like, it's just not fitting for anything so far. I've been trying to get this to work on stuff, but it's just not working on anything so far.
Cut ties and the pressure can lift. I've been weighed down by the length of the list. Always looking inside for what I might miss, like this, that, and that, and some other.
Adding way too much low end.
Distract my battles by smothering myself with work that's recovering them up until they start bubbling back to the top of the surface. Screaming on things like you're worthless. Just when I thought it was working, I was falling right out of my purpose, perfect. Cause rock bottom was needed to get my feet flat. Get them planted in, see where the seeds at. So I dive in head first to deep black and come out with some positive feedback. Better than this. Once I cut ties and the pressure can lift, I've been weighed down by the length of the list. Always looking inside for what I might miss, like this, that, and that, and some other things. Distract my battles by smothering myself with work
Like
that's
that.
recovering them up until they start bubbling back to the top of the surface. Screaming on things like you're worthless.
This is adding too much low end. It's adding way too much low end. But for vocals only, this would be great. This is a free version. They have a free version of this as well. I'd recommend getting this. This sounds great on vocals. The free version sounds great on vocals. But honestly, like that's a little bit too much low end, but that's kind of the vibe. Like that sounds great. Like that sounds substantially better. If I do like I do the Fairchild.
I was looking inside for what I might miss, like this, that, and that, and some other things. Distract my battles by smothering myself with work that's recovering them up until they start bubbling back to the top of the surface. Screaming on things like you're worthless.
Or if I just, yeah, like that sounds better.
I was falling right out of my purpose.
Makes the vocal pop out a bit more.
Bottom was needed to get my feet flat. Get them planted in, see where the seeds at. So I dive in head first to deep black and come out with some positive feedback. Better than this. Once I cut ties and the pressure can lift, I've been weighed down by the length of the list. Always looking inside for what I might miss, like this, that, and that, and some other things. Distract my battles by smothering Myself with work that should cover it. Them up and
Like that changes his life.
cut ties and the pressure can lift. I've been way down.
That really puts into perspective how like bright it is.
For what I might miss, like this, that, and that, and some other thing. Distract my battles by smothering myself with work that should cover it. Them up until they start bubbling back to the top.
So the free plugin, it's good question. Let's figure out what it is. All right. By the way, that main one that I just had, like the big one, that shit's only like $30. 25 euros, $30. I'd assume, especially on your vocals, it'd sound really, really good just because it adds that so much low end. But there's the free version here. They got 2 other free plugins as well. Some saturation. I need to get this one. But honestly, like the free version too, I don't think I have it, so I should probably get it. I mean, I have the real one, but
Better than this once I cut ties and the pressure can lift. I've been weighed down by the length of the list. Always looking inside for what I might miss. Like this, that, and that, and some other thing. Distract my battles by smothering myself with work that should cover it. Them up until they start bubbling back to the top of the surface.
that's kind of what I'm hearing. And then all you have to do is just throw a limiter on that, and then you're done. Like if we just throw an L2, make it loud.
Better than this once I cut ties and the pressure can lift. I've been weighed down by the length of the list. Always looking inside for what I might miss. Like this, that, and that, and some other thing. Distract my battles by smothering myself with work that should cover it. Them up until they start bubbling back to the top of the surface. Screaming out things like you're worthless. Just when I thought it was working, I was falling right out of my purpose. Perfect, cause rock bottom was needed to get my feet.
I want you to listen to this and kind of like, this is what you want to go for, like tonally.
Better than this.
Your mix.
Cut ties and the pressure can lift. I've been weighed down by the length of the list. Always looking inside for what I might miss. Like this, that, and that, and some other thing. Distract my battles by smothering myself with work that should cover it. Them up until they start bubbling back to the top of the.
Like, honestly, I think even the beat too, the same thing is just like really dipped in the mids. I kept adding mid, and it kept sounding good. So like in that sense, I just be careful not to dip out too much of that mid-range information, especially if it seemed like from like 600 to like 1.5K, like 600 to 1.2K. That area, that range is absolutely important.
Better than this once I cut ties and the pressure can lift. I've been weighed down by the.
For me with these speakers, I mean, I think we're hearing the same thing. Like it's also like a sensation. Like my ears are squeezed. Like there's pressure in my ears when it's really, really bright like that without that mid-range information.
Better than this once I
Like it's
cut
kind of like
ties and
squeezing
the
my
pressure
ears.
can lift. I've been weighed down by the length
That
of the
feels great.
list. Always looking inside.
So like I think honestly, I think that's kind of what you should go for. I'm not gonna master, so I'm gonna take off the limiter, but I'm gonna bounce this and send this over to you so you can use this as a reference. Because I think this is good enough where like, okay, tonally you can go for this. What is this called? Set the mood. We'll call it like a demo, right? Use this as a reference and like throw it in your session and just like kind of mix with that idea. Now it's not perfect. Like mine's not the end all, but like tonally, that's exactly like where you want to be. Just enough mid-range. In fact, you could even argue and put in more. There's a mix that I did the other day that was really, really like a couple mixes that was really. I wonder if I can get to it. This is unreleased music, and I'm sure Tony Function wouldn't mind. I'll play the song. Like, listen to the mid-range on this. This is literally mixed this week. If anybody else wants to submit some music for feedback, do it so now on the Discord.
One but call like a fall day. Wonder if you see me in that type of way, cause every time we kiss, girl, my problems gon' fall away. And to be honest, I've been thinking about you all day. So tell me what it is that always got me tripping. Whenever you talk, I just wanna listen. I put my crew on, do it till I'm finished. I just want you, girl, put her on my wish list. They always try me, yeah, they must not like me. Turning on my heart.
Like the meat is there. Here's another one. This is more like old school, so like think like West Side Gun, Betty the Butcher type stuff.
What you know about that Jew-man stove? Taking whatever's on the rack until you get at that dough. Newport's 3 for $1, had to scrap a...
Like it's all in the mid-range. And then there are songs where like the mid-range is just not as important, like a lot of like super pop stuff. But I don't think this is the case. This is a mix that we did that sounds really good, but here's another mid-range example. But this is like a really busy mix. These are all like real instruments. I think I showed this in the past. If it loads up. The internet's not doing so hot today. Kind of get used to it. So like I would say one of the best tricks to do this is just always reference. Always reference. Like before you print, before you're done mixing, before you bounce anything down, pull up like a reference song and don't try to get it to sound exactly right your reference song. The reference song is exactly what it is. It's just a reference point to tell you how much low end is too much low end, how much high end is too much high end, how much mid range is too much mid range, and if it's like if there's enough clarity in the mid range, right? You don't have like these people that you're comparing against are probably years and years, decades ahead of experience of you. And so you're not trying to like beat yourself down, but the point is like, am I in the right ballpark? Is the mid range right? Is the bass right? Is the top end right? Is it similar? Now they're gonna sound more round, more 3D, more dimensional. Like there's gonna be a lot better stuff, but that stuff, step one is getting it tonally to be right. That's the first step. Let's see if this song loads. Like here's another song that we did. It was like 100+ tracks. If it loads. We'll see if it loads. Very bright. Like very bright, but still within the realm. Like that's bright, but still within the realm of there's mid-range. So I could add more, a lot more, but I think that's kind of like the vibe that we're going for here. Anyways, any questions? Any questions? Or any other people, anybody else want some feedback? Anybody brave enough? Who's brave? If not, we can always look at past sessions that I did this week, songs that we did this week. Let me check the Discord. Yeah, feel free. If you want your songs to do some feedback right now, just submit it in the chat for live stream here on Beat. Heck yeah, airdrop it to me. Two items. Just one instrumental and one vocal. Yep. Everything. Add those in. We're going to do some auto-tune on this. Okay, sweet. Before I forget, hey, who did the set the mood? BK, I'm going to DM this to you. Where did you share it to? You shared it to feedback. Here it is. Yeah, go ahead and download that. I just sent it to you privately through Discord. All right. We're going to take a listen to this.
You misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good.
Is that the relative major? I think that is the... Yeah, I think that's the relative major. But I think it actually is more like this is a minor song. This is the root note. So yeah, so check this out. So if we do Auto-Tune Pro. All right. If you go on my website, I don't know if there's a discount actually, but if you go on my website, mixingmusicpodcast.com or dkmixes.com, you'll see a link to Auto-Tune. I get money if you sign up for Auto-Tune with my link. So go to dkmixes.com or mixingmusicpodcast.com. Sign up for Auto-Tune.
Feel misunderstood, tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me.
What'd you say it was? You said B minor?
Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know.
I know. What is B? No. I'm trying to.
Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I've been on my way.
Either sounds good actually. I think I like the way that it's glitching with the.
Out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me. Don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me
the right amount right there.
Cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute?
Now that I have your individual vocals.
I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me. Don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me. Don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me.
Where is it?
I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down, and chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me. Don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood.
Alright, I'm getting zoned in. Sorry, I'm like zoning in a lot.
Like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. I'm good. Living like I should.
Now let's try it. Now it's probably gonna be perfect for this.
Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hunt you down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be
I
soothing.
don't like it.
I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down.
Alright, I'm trying to figure out a way to use this. I'm just not liking what I'm hearing with this.
I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me, I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good.
One of the secret sauces right here.
I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Yeah, girl, I like your vibe. You should come.
This is one of my favorite compressors for vocals. I love 1176s.
You misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Yeah, girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood.
Oh, this is just out of curiosity. I want to hear this.
I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Tryna figure it all out. Learning about love, we could practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no I ain't about. But if it's real, I'll hold you down. Find me, don't tell me, show me. Tell me how you want it. Wait, I know. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should.
Let's listen to this beat. All right, let's figure out this beat. We're getting close. We're getting really close. So I want less low end. But I want to saturate that low end. I've been using this a lot. Like, I really love this plugin. We want to, the low end is like, it's really squished right now. It's like, I can feel the compression already, but I think the only way to get rid of it is to like add more. It's like right now I want to add more compression because of like the other stuff, the hats and the snare. I want it to come out more. I'm going to have to compress it. I'm going to have to let the computer load for a while. That's what it's going to come down to. So other than that, though, how's your day been, Zach? You've been good? All right.
I am grateful, man. I have a lot to be grateful for.
Don't we all?
Life is
Good. Love that. Yeah, we want that like earth. Take a look at this. Feels substantially louder, but it's not a little bit louder. It's not that much louder. The power of the low end was sucking out. So, and then we're going to take this.
And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Yeah, girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood.
My favorite.
On my way, feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way, feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie, and I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Yeah, girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. On my way, feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way, feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie, and I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Yeah, girl, I like your vibe. come and get it. Put you first on God. I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good.
Take more time to do like throws. Like, oh, my way, my way, my way. Instead of like blanket.
Misunderstood.
We don't have time to do like throws.
We can practice right now. I pick you up when you down. And chasing no, I ain't a. I'll hold you down, down, down. Fun stuff. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come stuff. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you stop? Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put your stuff. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come stop. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you stop? Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come.
That's not the right compressor for it. But we're getting there. We're getting there right now. Honestly, it's starting to sound a lot better, especially with that auto-tune. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do like the auto-tune. I do think it makes it much better. Ooh, I haven't used this in a while. Let's use this.
Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel
I don't know what that is. That's cool.
Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing.
See how it sounds.
Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yep. I was getting because the original was like louder. I was like, oh, did my like demo master beat my mix? I was like, damn. I was getting nervous there. So like.
Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like a long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, like
In the comparison, the vocal feels really out of tune, right?
put you first on stuff.
Listen, when you do that.
I'm good. Can you wait a minute? A long time would be soothing. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute?
Yeah, right there.
Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, like you back. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, like you
That's like.
You should come and get it.
I think you could actually do more if you wanted to. This is one of those really hard things where you don't have subjectivity on your own voice. So I think from a taste perspective, right now you have enough autotune to hear it, but not so much that you're anywhere near like some of these rappers. So I mean, it's not Ariana Grande where it's like unnoticeable autotune, but it's definitely noticeable, but it's definitely not heavy. In fact, it's really light. And I wonder what it would sound like if it was really heavy autotune.
I've been on my way.
Just out of curiosity.
Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, like you back. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me
That's
the
with
time I'm
extreme
cruising.
autotune.
Hey, can you
Still sounds good.
Girl, like you back. You should come and
I
get
don't
it.
think so.
Put you
But
first.
because you say that, like,
Living like I should.
I know you usually don't, but it sounds good.
Been on my way.
It's really good. So here's where we were at originally.
Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way.
Right now it's like, yeah.
Misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie. And I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Girl, like you back. You should come and get it. Put you first on God. I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. feel misunderstood.
You need to have.
Girl, I can slide like Tootsie, and I make it.
This ain't it.
Alone.
As far as like the compressor goes, this ain't it.
Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Yeah, girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it. Put you first on drive. I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. I've been on my way.
Yeah.
Misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie, and I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising.
You can make it even louder now too.
Wait a minute, yeah, girl, I like your vibe.
Substantially louder now.
Get it? Put you first on drive. I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like
Coming
I
out of that like little mix cube too.
should. On my way.
And then compared to like, let's compare it to the OG. For real though. The OG.
On my way. Feel misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm good. Living like I should. I've been on my way.
Bashi.
Feel misunderstood. Girl, I can slide like Tootsie, and I make hits like Gucci. A long time would be soothing. Tell me the time I'm cruising. Hey, can you wait a minute? Yeah, girl, I like your vibe. You should come and get it.
Like I think like a world of difference. I'm gonna send this to you.
Misunderstood. Don't mind me, I'm
And I was able to like by adding more compression, I was able to get rid of that pumping vibe, which is kind of funny because I'm adding more compression to get rid of the sound of compression. I mean, it's still not totally gone, but what is this one? This is I'm Good. What is your name? ZCO? We'll call it DK Mix one. Give you a full wave thing. But yeah, no, I think that's kind of like the ballpark that you want to be. Like that was a really good example of like adding brightness but still keeping the meat. Now I was kind of like I added way more plugins than I should have and I could have. But I honestly, if I may be totally honest, I was looking for the bubbles there. I was kind of like losing it. I forgot which way was up. And then when we came to the end, even though I used a lot of plugins, it sounded good again. So I was able to compensate for it. But if I was fresh and we started with this, there would probably be a little bit less plugins. But that sounds good, honestly. I think that's great. Oh no, that's mixed and mastered. You're good. I'm just calling it a mix because I think with this, when you gave me 2 tracks, I went as far as to mix it a little bit. The only thing is like with what Tedder was saying is like kind of like doing more throws, but yeah. But I think that right now you're kind of like at the bare minimum, and it sounds good with it. But you could be a lot more extravagant with it if you wanted to, if we had the time to. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. You want to call in tonight? We did this for about 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm up for it. I think BK had some dope stuff. It's cool to hear while you address it while I'm in the same room. You know, sometimes when someone's like, you hear music differently when you're hearing it with other people, and it's cool for you to analyze others' music while being in the same space. You're like, ooh, it's brittle, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of hear that. I kind of hear it's not firm at the top and the mid, and there's so it's cool to hear that, and I feel like my ear's developing just by osmosis.
Yeah, and I think there's something to be said, especially in the learning phase. Like the reason why interning is so important, or like having experience in person is so important, is because, honestly, it's just that when you're in person, then you're hearing what they're hearing the way that they hear it. So, like, for example, if I say add more mid-range or I'm talking about this stuff and you're at home with your speakers or your headphones, then you'll understand the concept, but not in the way that I'm hearing it from my speakers, right? Because these speakers have way more low end than most other speakers do. The speakers in Studio A have like a lot more mid-range than most speakers do. So we're going to perceive the sounds different. So it's the same monitoring system. I think that's an important factor to kind of learning from this. But on that note, we had a good week this week. We do this every Monday. Every Monday we do Mixed Feedback Mondays. I'm trying to start at 7 p.m. PST, but I keep getting late because I keep having stuff. Today I built a bunk bed for my sons. So I was late on that. Just trying to finish that up and build it so my wife can put the kids to bed. But I think that we're going to end off the stream. We're going to do some outro music. I think we're going to do the classic outro music that we always do. Unless we're trying to do something. Are you trying to do like, trying to listen to something hard or something goofy?
I'm good with whatever.
We can listen to Nels since Nels isn't here.
Oh, is he coming?
Nah, he's not coming
Oh,
tonight.
dang.
He didn't join us on the live stream. He usually joins us every night.
He's got a big drive, right?
Oh, it's an hour. He's an hour away, but he
That's
still
right.
comes all the time. So, we're gonna finish off with some music by Nels. And thank you so much for coming through. Happy mixing, my friends, and stay saucy.
Yeah. Watch your step. Play it close, cause they always chasing chase. For that bitch and keep it moving to the next. She want more, but I told her we just friends. Can't trust no hoes, so you better watch your step. For that bitch and keep it moving to the next. I'm so gracious, told her thank you for the neck. Got her coming back to back, so she upset. Ariana to that bitch, thank you. I just left the party, got a bad bitch with me. Call her baby, now I got her dirty dancing for me. When she dancing, damn, she look like she from Magic City. Saw the keys to the whip and now she dash it with me. She wanna fuck, then I kick her out the right. Now she getting mad, I put her feelings to the side. Then she called me daddy, so I left her out to dry. Now she said I'm just like her father, no surprise. No surprise. Watch your step. Play it close, cause they always chasing chase. For that bitch and keep it moving to the next. She want more, but I told her we just friends. Can't trust no hoes, so you better watch your step. For that bitch and keep it moving to the next. I'm so gracious, told her thank you for the neck. Got her coming back to back, so she upset. Ariana to that bitch, thank you. Next. About to pop off, you wanna rock? Hard with the rock stars. I'm not fucking around if she get locked jaw. We can take it off and go from wall to wall, yeah. I don't really okay, wait, hold on. Yeah. I don't really fuck with you like that. Flexing so hard on the ground like a bicep. Nothing so hard that you probably need an iPad. If you're tryna get my shit, then I sidestep. But I know when I dip this in my whip. Watch your step. Play it close, cause they always chasing chase. For that bitch and keep it moving to the next. She want more, but I told her we just friends. Can't trust no hoes, so you better watch your step. For that bitch and keep it moving to the next.